Hello everyone. In this session, let us discuss about interfacing of memory with 8086 microprocessor. Today in this lecture, I am going to discuss about interfacing of memory IC with 8086. All of us are using electronic appliances in our day-to-day life. Among those, some are memoryless, or in other words, we can call it as combinational digital circuit. But most of them are consisting of memory, and the amount of memory associated with it can be seen in the specification part of the device. For processing any electronic signal, depending on the requirement of the process, microcontrollers or microprocessors are used. Microcontroller is having its own inbuilt memory component, but in case of processors, depending on the need of operation, user has to interface to store the processed output. Interfacing is a technique to be used for connecting microprocessors with memory. Nowadays, semiconductor memories are used for storing purpose. There are some of the advantages of semiconductor memory like small size, high speed, better reliability, low cost. Now, memory elements can be broadly classified into two types. One, random access memory or RAM, and last one, second one, that is read only memory or ROM. RAM is used to store data and ROM is used to store program. The method of interfacing a memory chip depends on some specifications. For example, size of memory, length of address bus or data bus of the processor, etc. Now, before starting the interfacing, we will discuss about some of fundamental basic concepts of memory interfacing. The number of location and the number of bits per word will vary from memory to memory. For example, if a particular memory chip is capable of storing m words with each word having n bits, then the size of memory will be m cross n. So, as an example, 4K cross 8 or 4 KB memory contains 4096 location, where each location contains 8 bit of data, and only one of the 4096 can be selected at a time. Once a location is selected, all the contents can be accessed with the help of group of conductors called data bus. 8086 processor has 20 address lines, so the addressable memory will be 2 to the power 20, that is 1 MB, and this entire memory is divided into two banks, even bank and odd bank. Even bank is associated with LSB of data bus and odd bank is meant for higher bits of data bus. So, while interfacing the memory, we have to follow the same configuration. Now, few steps are involved while interfacing a memory with 8086. We will discuss those steps with an example. Suppose we want to interface two 4K cross 8 EEPROMs and two 4K cross 8 RAM chips with 8086. So, the first step of our interfacing will be the allocation of proper memory map for both the ICs. RAM can be interfaced in anywhere of 1 MB memory, that is from 00000 to FFFFH. But for ROM, we have to choose the default starting address as FFFFH, because after resetting the processor holds FFFF0H address, and as generally ROMs are used to store initial booting information of the processor, so the mapping should include FFFF0H address. Now, let us see the memory map. Total 8 KB of EEPROM need 13 address lines, that is A0 to A12, as 2 to the power 13 is 8K. Now, remaining address lines, that is A13 to A19, are used for decoding to generate the chip select. Now, two signals BHE bar and A0 is responsible for segregation of even and odd bank. Now, we will analyze the memory map in a tabular form. First, we have to write the 20 address lines available for 8086, that is A0 to A19. After this, we will allocate the memory for ROM. First, now as already mentioned, starting of ROM should be FFFFH. So, we will write this address in binary form. Now, we want only 13 lines. So, from A0 to A12, we will write zeros to indicate the use of effective address lines. Now, if we write the binary number in hex form, we are getting the address of FE000H. So, our ROM is lying from FFFFH to FE000H. Now, we have to focus on RAM. For an efficient interfacing, there should be no empty or unused space between two chips. So, we will take the starting address of RAM as the immediate next value to FE000H, that is FDFFFH. Again, the same procedure we will follow, that is we will convert the hex address into equivalent binary form, and here also only 13 address lines will be used. Same way we will invert the digits to show the use of effective address lines. Now, if we convert it back into hex, we will get an address as FC000H. So, RAM is lying between FE000H to FC000H. Now, first part of our interfacing is over. The example we took here, 4 4K x 8 memory chips are available. 2 4K x 8 RAM and ROM are arranged in parallel to obtain the data bus width of 16 bit. Now, we will understand how microprocessor access even and odd bank of memory. In the table, you can see that depending on 4 combinations of BHE bar and A0, corresponding memory bank will be selected. If it is 00, then whole word. If it is 01, then only odd bank of memory, and for 10, even bank of memory will be selected. Now, we will concentrate on the second part, that is generating decoding logic for chip select. For continuous memory mapping, 3:8 decoder is to be used. It has 3 inputs and 2 raised to the power 3, that is 8 output lines. 3 inputs are connected to BHE bar, A0 and A13. Again, we are going to understand the logic of chip selection by a table. If 3 inputs are 0, then both even and odd address of RAM to be selected. For 001, only even of RAM. Next, 010 for odd of RAM, 100 for both even and odd of ROM. Next, 101 corresponds to even of ROM, and last one 110 for ROM odd portion. Now, we will do last step of our interfacing, that is drawing the final interfacing diagram for both RAM and ROM. So, we are first drawing the decoder with input A0, A13 and BHE bar in A0, A1 and A2 of the input respectively. Enables are connected to A14 to A19 of address lines. Now, we are drawing 4 chips in parallel. Address bus of those chips, that is A1 to A12 lines, and only one control signal for ROM, that is MRD bar, and both the control signals for read and write, that is MRD and MWR bar for RAM. Finally, we have to connect the chip select signals for decoder part. So, CS1, CS2, CS3 and CS4 are indicated for odd and even of ROM and odd and even of RAM respectively. CS1 is connected to 4 and 6th output pin of decoder. As we have explained the logic previously, you have seen odd of ROM will be selected 2 times when you are accessing both even and odd, and when only odd portion to be selected. Same logic to be followed for the rest. With this, I hope you had a good insight to interfacing of memory with 8086 microprocessor. Until we meet again, goodbye.